Bout number 1 is brought to you by Tent Master, helping all the good people do it in the dark for over 50 years. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Haney. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Julie Russell. Oh, baby, let's go.
This and all fights tonight are being regulated by the Missouri Office of Athletics. This and all MMA bouts tonight are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Referee Mike England starts this fight, round number 1. Gray trunks for Haney, black trunks for Julie Russell. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Hoy Excavating.
Good. Hey, let's land those.
Lead left hook and the outside kick for Haney.
Look for that space.
Tall stance for Julie Russell, showing her poise again in this, her 17th MMA bout.
Yeah, that composure she has right now comes from that experience. You don't see that very often, 17 amateur bouts. She knows what she's doing in there. She's been in there plenty of times. This is just experience, but has a tough test in front of her, and Haney.
Yeah, she's looking light on her feet as well, keeping her distance, slowly getting that front hand popping. Like to see it.
Overhand right, not there for Haney. Bouncing the step continually from Julie Russell. There's the body kick from Haney.
We talk about the progression of MMA a lot. You don't see this from a 1-0 amateur a lot of times, making reads, kind of shadow boxing in front of their opponent, just trying to get reactions. But before, when the sport was newer, a 1-0 amateur fighter would look like a 1-0 amateur fighter, what you'd think that would look like, right? Kind of like a street fight. But it's really cool to see the progression of the sport. See these ladies making reads, trying to throw feints out there just to get a reaction, and we're seeing some high-level MMA for someone that's a 1-0 pro, and again, someone that's still an amateur. Or 1-0 AMI, sorry, excuse me.
Haney busy with her lead hand, throws the rear right hand. 135 remaining round number 1. Very measured start to this bout for Julie Russell. Russell from the outside.
Haney is getting closer and closer with that overhand left. Russell has had a problem in the past with not moving her head. She can take some hard shots, as we've seen. She walks forward, but she is being more measured today.
Continual circling, the engagement from Julie Russell right back to the outside.
She walks into a hook there as she tries to close the distance.
Inside kick from Haney.
She has had a good response to the low kicks in the past. We've seen Julie take some pretty hard low kicks and kind of change the way the fight's going from taking those hard shots. She's addressing the low kicks, but did take a hard body kick there.
Russell walking through that body kick. Well landed from Haney, who's been very active here in round number 1. Again, this just Haney's 2nd amateur MMA bout, entering 1-0.
Whenever Julie goes first, that's when she's getting caught. Rayvon's constantly looking for the counter. She's throwing a counter hook from either side as Julie comes in. You rarely see her going first.
Hard feint from Haney.
Yep, that's what I was going to say too. Haney's definitely got some hard feints, drawing it out of Julie.
Overhand left, Haney couldn't land that. Final seconds, round number 1. There's the overhand right from Julie Russell. Russell trying to turn up the temperature. Final seconds, round number 1, misses with the head kick. Left kick to the body from Russell.
Julie's picking it up at the end. I think that kind of woke her up. She probably needed that little shot.
Yeah, took some hard shots to wake her up, but towards the end, she started coming on. I do think Rayvon got the best of her that round, landed the most strikes. Here in the replay, we see Rayvon throw a jab. Julie comes in and gets caught with a little hook on the side of the ear. Rayvon constantly looking for the counter. There she goes with the counter left hook.
Nice, yep.
Again, playing this counter game. She definitely is a counter fighter, but she does a very good job of feinting first to draw the strikeout. So as long as it looks like you're going first, even if you're not actually throwing anything and you're going last, it's hard to lose that way, guys. Like, if you're a counter fighter, that's what you want to do. Almost feint as if you're going to go, draw the counter out, and then counter the counter, if that makes sense.
Tonight's fight replays are presented by Major Pack.
Let's go, Major.
You just heard the seconds out whistle. Set for round number 2.
We'll see how Haney's endurance holds up here. Her shot seemed pretty hard last round. See how she's feeling.
when you're fighting a good counter fighter like Haney, who's constantly waiting for you to go first and actually does a good job of drawing you out, you almost want to mimic her game as far as feinting to cause a counter to come out.
Right.
And that's why when two counter fighters fight each other, it's pretty boring because they're both just feinting at each other, not wanting to throw.
Bit more urgency for Julie Russell as we start round number 2 than we saw from Russell in the entirety of the 3 minutes of round number 1. There's the right hook, not there for Haney. Haney looking for the 2, can't find it from the southpaw stance. Russell trying to cut off this cage. Forward pressure, there's that body kick from Haney. She landed flush in round 1, couldn't fully land here.
Haney doing a great job of fighting laterally, not really moving straight back, fighting side to side, and then throwing these hooks off both sides when Julie comes in, just like that.
Effective hook from Rayvon Haney, now circles out.
Her ability to fight laterally and going backwards while throwing strikes is impressive.
And she switches stances, Jeff. You know, that's the evolution of the game. I've heard you say more than once in commentating that fighting from both stances is very important in the game. It's very important these days.
Mac, that's a great point because we've seen Haney continually switch stances.
Yeah.
She was fighting a lot of ortho in round number 1, busy with that lead left hand. Now she's in the southpaw stance, trying to be busy with that lead right hand. 1:35 remaining round 2.
I'd love to see Russell change the scenery here. She's not having much success on the feet. She's getting caught coming in with her chin up from the counter fighter in Haney. I'd like to see her engage in the grappling, see what that department is like, and see if she can have success there. And even if she doesn't score a takedown or doesn't do well in the clinch, at least it changes the scenery and it gets Haney to think, hey, now she's grappling, let me think about this.
Haney circling on the outside, staying on her bike, staying active. Russell continually trying to cut distance here in round number 2. Outside low kick, that was effective from Haney. Russell slowly trying to work her way into the mid-range and indeed into the clinch.
She's just having such a hard time closing the distance. She's walking into these counter hooks, the counter straight.
Every time Julie comes forward with the pressure, Haney is definitely putting hands back in her face. So it's definitely giving Julie something to think about. Just right there, she gets hit with a counter 2 over the top. So, you know, Julie's definitely thinking about it every time she comes in.
Yeah, Mac, and as a counter fighter myself, I want this from my opponent. I want someone that's going to walk straight in. I want someone that's going to keep pressuring me. And to counter those shots, I know where they're going to be. They're going to be coming towards me.
There's the right hand lands from Julie Russell. Full circling now for Rayvon Haney. Final seconds, round number 2.
Julie with the forward pressure towards the end of this round.
Russell on the teep kick.
I'd like to see Julie cut her off versus just follow her. Let's cut her off. She's moving laterally. You know where she's going to move. Let's cut her off instead.
Overhand right, lead left hooks, full lockdown pressure. Modified question mark kick. There's the left hand just before the bell. That ends round number 2.
Great end of the round for Julie there. I wonder if that was enough to steal the round for her. Heavy forward pressure the entire round. Much more success towards the latter end as she found herself cutting her off and landing some good shots of her own.
I think if Julie can get more active, she can definitely put Haney on notice. I mean, I think every time she touches her, Haney's feeling it as well, but she's not touching her enough to where Haney's feeling it, if you know what I'm saying, you know. So I think Julie can definitely bring a little more, be more active with her legs and kicks, maybe try to fit in, put her against the fence or something. It could change the whole outlook of this fight.
Yeah, Sean, and you've seen thousands of fights, and you never know what the judges are thinking. If Julie is down 2 rounds, she needs a finish here. And it could very well be 1-1 because of the way that round ended, but you never know.
Without question, and fighters certainly cannot assume without open real-time scoring like we have to the state just across our border to the west in Kansas, where the fighters in this situation would know the actual judges' scores. The Missouri Office of Athletics does not employ real-time open scoring, at least not yet. So both fighters have to approach this round number 3, I believe, 3rd and final round, as must win.
Just 20 minutes west of us, we would know who's winning this fight.
Forward pressure from Julie Russell to start round number 3, as we saw her start round number 2. There's the hook. Haney, though, has been really slick with her outside movement.
Julie doing a better job of cutting her off.
There's the right hand left hook from Haney. Haney now waving Julie Russell forward a bit audaciously.
More than one punch from Haney. That's what's important here. Julie's coming through with 1 punch. Haney's sliding off with 1, and when she's coming in the box, she's serving 2 or 3. So that's keeping Haney above on my card.
Haney countering with the overhand left.
Big overhand left.
Haney is landing those overhands. Russell misses with the overhead right, but full stalking pressure now from Julie Russell. Definitely sensing the urgency.
Julie is as tough as they come. We've seen her take some big shots in the past. She just keeps walking forward. Almost looked like she gave a little smirk there. Kept walking forward after taking that big shot.
Good body kick.
Big body kick.
Russell thought about catching that, let it go. Left hook not there from Russell. Threw that big though, it took Haney off her striking line. Haney still circling. Russell trying to cut this cage.
Good footwork by both ladies, and Mike England. Good footwork by him. He almost ran into them, got out of the way just in time.
Smirk on the face of referee Mike England. And he's staying on the outside.
I would love to see Julie feint. Try to draw out that counter that Haney's been waiting for this whole fight. Just waiting to counter the whole time. Let's draw that counter out. Let's draw that out and counter, do a counter of our own.
80 seconds remaining, third and final round. Low kick from Julie Russell, rangefinder. Tentative low kick from Haney. Russell trying to explode into the pocket. Haney's been very slick with her movement. Russell has been very effective with her forward pressure. That kick nearly caught.
Julie's gonna have to go. She has to make a decision now. If she wants this fight, she's got to turn it up and go. Stalking her just isn't gonna work.
Yeah, this fight is very much up in the air. This last minute is what judges remember. So if it is 1-1, this last minute could very well entail who walks out the winner.
There's the overhand right from Haney. Haney now circling to her left, continually on her bike. Overhand right, that caught the shoulder of Julie Russell. Russell with the low kick.
More taunting by Haney too. Haney's definitely telling Julie to bring the pain. She wants more. She wants more. Let's go.
25 seconds remaining, third and final round.
There's a clinch by Julie. Where's this been all fight?
Side headlock snatched by Rayvon Haney. Now letting it go, more conventional against the fence. There's the knee and the separation. Well done from Haney.
That touched Julie, as you see, you know, normally when you smile at somebody, that's letting them know that they touched you. Oh, big kick by Jules.
Side kick lands from Julie Russell.
Nice body shot by Haney to change levels.
The bell, and that is the end of a very entertaining fight.
Very good fight, very good fight. Very impressive performance for both these ladies. Haney especially, only having one amateur fight, fighting someone with over 15 fights. I think she had 17 fights. Very impressive. I'm no judge myself, but I think I do give the first and the third to Haney, but you never know.
Our fight replays presented by Major Pack.
Shouts out Major Pack, man. Those guys are working really hard. Make sure you guys check out the Major Cannabis Expo. We've got Julie here showing like she's throwing her overhand, throwing that big six over the top. Haney constantly putting pressure back on her. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Get our judges tonight. Scoring cage set on the 10-point must system assigned by the Missouri Office of Athletics. Nice moment between Zach Cummings and Rudy Bears. Rayvon Haney definitely had her moments from the outside. Julie Russell definitely had her moments exploding to the inside.
Julie had her patented forward pressure the entire time. The only problem was that she was walking to a lot of shots from the counterfighter that is Haney. If you know where someone's head's gonna be, they're coming forward the whole time. If that's your game, you look really good when someone's walking forward.
Our winner announcement is presented by Milagro Tequila. We send it to Brian Wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, all three judges have given this a 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, out of the blue corner, Rayvon Haney.
Very impressive performance for Haney. It looks like Julie's trying to take off the tape. I know in the past she's talked about retiring. This may as well be her last fight. If so, let's give her flowers. She's fought a lot of tough girls in this FAC cage. She's done everything she wanted to do in this sport. She is 36 years of age. But let's give credit to where credit's due. Rayvon Haney, very impressive performance over a veteran. Let's call her a veteran now, with 17 fights. Great counter game. I think she's gonna learn a lot. I think she felt that forward pressure from Russell, handled it very well, and I think what she experienced in that second round towards the end. I think she's going to learn from that and use that going forward.
30-27 across the board from the 3 Missouri judges. 3 rounds to 0 in favor of the victor, Rayvon Haney. In our opening bout of the evening, the winner by way of unanimous decision, Rayvon Haney defeats Julie Russell.